Good everyone, welcome to this video. Today we have part 2 of today's sub request, and today it's a request by Dylan Stewart for the Ju-88 A-4. He requested this one because he apparently has a bit of a trick. I'm not sure what it is, but maybe he'll put it in the comments below. I don't know, but he requested this plane and he wanted to see how it does, really. Now, I have covered the Ju-88 A-4 on the channel before. That was back when... What would that have been? That would have been the Talisman series flight. And it's a good plane. I'll agree to that. But let's see if the OGs remember this. Do the OG pilots remember when this thing had 13mm machine guns and people used to call it OP? Yeah, I certainly do. And if anything, I think it's gotten better with the 7.92s added. Now, of course, you have the twin 7.92 in the underside there where the navigator and the bombardier sits. And then, of course, you have the twin in the back with the rear gunner manning those. We also do have a pilot controlled 7.92 MG81, which should come in handy, but I don't think we're going to be really using it. So the Ju-88 is probably one of the most common aircraft that you'll know of when it comes to German bombers. This thing was commonly used in the Battle of Britain, of course, and, well, Spitfires had field day with these for the most part. And I believe it was Ju-88s that commenced one of the first raids on Britain up in, I think it was near Scotland was where the first raid was. Well, one of the first. They originally sent Heinkel 111s to scout, and obviously they were fended off by Spitfires. And then the Ju-88s came in looking for HMS Hood, which, yeah, good luck with that. She was up in the north. She was up in the northwest of Scotland, not the northeast. But the Germans thought it was HMS Hood and they wanted to sink her, but, well, unfortunately, they found the wrong ship and they just went for anything they could find. So that's just how it went for the Germans, unfortunately. But it's probably one of the most iconic aircraft. This thing has more variants than I've had hot dinners. And yeah, this thing is definitely a plane that people will know if you point them towards the Battle of Britain. They'll either go Spitfire, Hurricane, HE-111, Ju-88, and of course BF-109 and Spitfire, blah blah blah. You get the idea. But it's just one of those planes that you do see quite a few clubbers in these things. I know that sounds hilarious given it's a Ju-88, but you'll be surprised. People do go out and seal club in these things. And I can understand why, but at the same time, this thing's quite tanky and that's a bit of a douche move, just saying. But then again, it's not as bad as those who stat pad in the CW21, because trust me, I've seen guys with like, what, 35 to 1 kill death ratio in the CW21. Yeah, that's just sad, but we'll gloss over that. So, let's get into the battle and let's get cracking, because I've got, well, as you saw in the E3 sub request, I didn't sound well. I still don't sound well. This is about half an hour after I've done the E3. And I still don't sound very well. Nor do I feel it, but oh well. Okay. Frontline Lake Ladoga. That's fine. Well, it's just called Ladoga, but you get the idea. Yeah, I still don't feel very 100% because hay fever's a bitch, unfortunately. Yes, this is on my most experienced German crew because, well, I'm not going to be going out seal clubbing in this thing, am I? What BR is this? This is 3-0, looks like. Possibly 3-3. I'm going to target this base just here. In case anyone's wondering about bomb load, I've took the 4250s and the 2850s. Yeah, he's going for that one, that's fine. This is 3-0 it would seem. That's fine by me. I'll take that in the Ju-88. Yeah, when it comes to iconic German aircraft, this is definitely one of them. And like I said, I found this really good YouTube channel that went on about a Ju-88 raid during right near the start of World War II, where the Germans, as I said in the beginning, they sent a 111 to recon. They thought they found Hood. Hood was not there, but they sent I think 12 Ju-88s. They lost a couple, and well, we lost our Spitfires, but still. It's interesting to learn that sort of thing, because like I personally would love to see more Ju-88 variants, because we only have the A1, the A-4 and the C6. There was loads of variants. There was torpedo bomber variants, there was heavy gun models, there was more heavily armed recon, like bomber variants. There was the dog's bollocks when it comes to variants. But we just don't see them because of all these top tier jets, and it's just like, come on, Gaijin, you are missing out on so many new variants for this aircraft. Like, Bertie's probably going to put in the comments like a whole fucking list of variants that you could do, because there's so many. This is such an iconic plane. I find it a sin that they've only got 3 variants, and yet the Spitfires have quite a lot of variants, the Hurricanes have quite a lot of variants, the I-16s have quite a lot of variants. You get the point. That's brave, kiddo. Should not approach a Ju-88 from underneath, but well, that's if he comes in from behind there. 4250s are out. That should be enough at this BR to kill that base. Spitfires are attempting to intercept. I feel like I'm actually flying in the Battle of Britain, of course, because Spitfires loved to go after Ju-88s. Mostly because the Hurricanes struggle to catch these things, but still. Oh, someone named Tiba Hajime is coming for me. Yep, there we go. 4250s were enough, as I suspected. So the Spitfires are attempting to intercept. The Kai-44 will intercept before the Spitfires, but he's also more flammable. And this thing is actually quite agile. Excuse my poor aim. There we go. That's our first kill. Yeah, the bomb bay design of the Ju-88 is actually pretty cool. I mean, all those 50s just crammed in there like it's going out of style. It is a nice aircraft though, this is. Like, I would love to see more Ju-88 variants, like the one that carried the 75. I think one of them carried a 50mm, like one of the 50mm 410s. Like, there is so many, and I don't understand why. Like, Gaijin, come on. Even if you put in a captured one in Britain, because yeah, Britain captured a couple of these things, I would probably throw my wallet at the screen for it, because I love Ju-88s, like I always have. It's like the HE-111. Britain captured, I think, 2 of those. British 109 as well. I'd throw my fucking wallet at the screen for that shit. Nice one. That's another one. But like, Gaijin are missing out on so many different in the comments below, do you actually agree with me? Should we have more variants of the Ju-88? And even a captured premium one? Because you don't see Ju-88s as often as you might think. And it's just sad, because this is such an iconic aircraft. I'm just dumping the rest of the 50s here, don't mind me. Probably dropping too many for the targets that were engaging, but I honestly couldn't give a shit. Save one bomb. Looks like my teammate in the B-34 didn't even drop, so I'm going to drop my last 50kg bomb, which you can see in there. and just drop it on the base for extra credit. Because, I mean, look at this team. This team has done pretty much nothing. But if the B-34 does manage to turn back and get some bombs off, I'll still get credit for this, so I don't mind. There goes our CW. Great. And drop the last 50 kilogram bomb. Looks like the Swedish bots are now angry, because one of them is heading right for me. Yeah, we've already come to the conclusion that those B-18s with those names are bots. We believe they're bot programs to abuse the invite friend link sort of thing, like they are bots. Because they play a lot like bots, like, look at the way that thing is flying. That's not player-controlled behavior right there. But look, watch what happens if I bank over. It will ignore me. If that was a player, he'd be on my arse in half a second. But look at its flight path. That is not a player flight path. Or flight path. And look at that one. Where is that bot going? Like, it's just confusing to me. Alright, come here, son. Nope, not going to take a head on. I'm going to bait you up into the vertical. If I was to commit to that, I'd be dead. The funny thing is I can actually energy trap this guy in the Ju-88. And all I do, jump on gunners, and just tear him apart like that. Kill number 2. Look, here comes the Swedish bot. Need to get a little bit higher so I can get him in the sweet spot. But notice how he's not engaging me. He could have easily killed me at that range. Kill number 3. They are definitely Swedish bots. Because Sweden is actually the fastest way to get that 2500G link done. Sweden is the fastest. So my theory is, as I've said in previous videos, that those things are bots. They are not players. You cannot convince me otherwise that they are players. And look, notice how that one just J'd out. It had been damaged by the B-34. The program probably knew it wasn't going to make it back to base, or it wasn't worth it to stay in the battle, and just went on to the next one. It's just such unusual behaviour. That's why we think they're bots, so let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But yeah, unfortunately I cannot win this match for this team in the Ju-88. If I had infinite bombs I would, but I don't. And to be brutally honest, I don't care because, well, it's Ju-88. I've had this thing spaded for God knows how long. And there we go, that is GG. Not a bad run at all. I mean, fair enough, we didn't exactly get any kills with the front gun, but I wasn't expecting to. I was expecting the turrets to do the work, which they certainly did. Like I say though, other than meeting the Swedish bots once again and actually having one go for me, because I've never had one go for me before, that was not a bad run at all. We got one base and then of course some ground targets with the remaining bombs. Got some credits on the base that was left, which the B-34 did not damage for some reason. And just overall, I like this plane. It's definitely a plane that is very iconic, and like I said in the video earlier on, I would love to see more variants. But I don't think that's happening anytime soon. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's video on the Ju-88 A4, and of course, both sub requests for today. And I will see you all on the next one.